I call the honourable member for Solomon.
My question is to the Assistant Minister for Defence. What effects did the previous government's defence budget cuts have on ADF personnel in my electorate of Solomon? And what is the Coalition's plan for delivering a strong Australian Defence Force?
I give the call to the Assistant Minister for Defence.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the member for Solomon for her question. And I acknowledge she, like so many members on our side, actually understands that a strong defence force is actually built on the shoulders of our strong men and women who serve. And with personnel outlays at 40% of the defence budget, can I say the previous Labor government cuts have had an egregious impact on the personnel in the members' electorate. And it's not just us saying this, can I say. Last night, the Secretary for the Department of Defence, Dennis Richardson, said, when talking about Labor's severe cuts to the defence budget, that they had not only led to a moving of the goalposts, but to their cutting down and being used as firewood. Now, the Secretary's comments, of course, show what we on this side have known for a long time and what this mob have denied for like 5 years, that the cumulative cuts of $25 billion that Labor hatcheted out of the defence budget has had a disproportionate impact on the personnel not only in the members' electorate but electorates right across the country. It was this mob that reduced defence expenditure as a proportion of GDP to the lowest level since 1938. 1938 levels is what they have left our country's defence budget at, and the impact is considerable. Keeping in mind that it was that Labor government that callously tried to cut the entitlement for return travel for members to go home for Christmas. Well, we blocked that. We stopped that, and 1,500 single members of the member of Solomon's electorate, 1,500 will get to go home this Christmas because of the changes we wrought against what this government did. Keeping in mind it was that government, that Labor government, that promised for 6 years to have free ADF healthcare and only delivered a trial. What can I say to the member for Solomon? In 48 days, we will actually start free ADF healthcare. In 48 days, 3,200 spouses and dependent children from the member for Solomon's electorate will have all out-of-pocket costs for GPs and up to $400 per individual for allied costs covered. In 48 days, we will implement that. It was that Labor government over there that decided to cut the ADF gap year, a gap year that had included 40% of those coming through were women. Well, we'll put it back. And more can I say, we'll restore the budget integrity for defence. We'll get it back to 2% of GDP in the next 10 years. We will ensure there's no cuts. There is one side of this House that understands defence men and women. It's this side and it's this government.